Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at energy fuels, and on this chart we have been tracking here on the large time frame this 1-2 setup that developed, and this wave 2 has two interpretations, two scenarios that we are tracking still at the moment. And in one of them this wave 2 would have bottomed here, and that would be the white scenario. But in the yellow scenario, we could still be looking for another low in this area, in this support zone, in green that starts at $4.10. And yeah, at the moment, both are still very valid interpretations. And quickly, before we get into the shorter time frame here, I showed today on the UEC stock analysis the ideal target for the overall third wave, and I thought I might point it out in this video as well, and it is at around the $124 level, assuming the wave 2 actually bottomed here in the white scenario, and yeah, that would be at the 138.2% extension. But I'm not going to mention this most of the time because that is on the long time frame. We have yet to even complete a following 1-2 setup before we even look for the next move to the upside that would actually probably be a stronger third wave that may have less structure, that we wouldn't even consider the 1-2 within it that would be developing. And for now, in the shorter time frame, we still have both interpretations, white and yellow, and yeah, one of them actually still allows for new lows in the support zone in green, so we have to pace ourselves really. And what I wanted to talk about is the idea that, yeah, in the previous video, I provided you in this area a couple of support zones. Now, I provided this higher one with the mention that this is for those who definitely want to get an entry. It's not the most reliable support zone for a wave 4 in this area. It failed, and we got to the lower support zone that we had for a wave 4 that was much more expected to provide support and maybe even a reaction in the fifth wave to the upside, but we actually extended quite a lot in this wave 4. Now, we didn't break the support, but I'm not sure I would really consider that this is still a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I drew that horribly. So I'm not really looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 that is developing could still work out, I suppose, if we have already started the fifth wave. But to be honest, I would much rather focus now on the idea that we actually completed a simple 5-wave move in this area, and I would instead be looking at this as another 1-2 setup that is developing. And in that case, I would be looking, yeah, let's see, at the support zone, and yet let's use the orange scenario, because there are interpretations where this would have been a pretty significant top and we would be in a much larger wave 4, or in the yellow scenario it would be a very significant top where we would be pushing much lower to reset the wave 2 in green. And for this idea in orange, now this is not a very high probability one, because this could have been the end of this fifth wave, of this X wave, or in the white scenario case of this third wave and the fifth wave within. So this could have been a pretty significant top in both the other scenarios. But if you really are interested to trade out, it is the support zone that would work out, the area between $11 down to the $9 level at the 78.6% retracement. Now those would be the high probability levels, so the area between that would still allow for a push in the third wave to the upside. And if this happens to work out, an ideal target for this third wave, considering this wave 2 actually bottomed, would be around the $21 level at the 138.2% extension. But as I said, this is not one of the high probability setups. Even if this is a 1-2 setup, it also could have been a wave 5 that completed and formed a pretty significant top. Now, on the larger time frame here, I actually want to remove the micro count here for the yellow interpretation and also the support zone. This worked out perfectly. We had our pretty strong push. What was this? yeah, I think I made a video right around the bottom, right before we bought on here in this area, and yeah, this was over 60% in profits for who timed it perfectly both times. Now, you don't need to do that, but you would still have pretty significant profit. And in the idea that we topped here in this third wave, I would be looking for a support zone for wave 4 in the area. Actually, I don't know if I drew that too well. Let me get a little closer in this area. So it would be at around $10.10 level down to the $7.5 level that we would be looking for a correction for this wave 4. Now, we aren't actually too far from that, and it even overlaps with the orange support zone a bit. So that may be of interest to you, that white scenario is actually decently probable as opposed to the orange interpretation. I am probably the white scenario is my favorite at the moment, actually. And yeah, we do have a decent chance of working things out. If not, if this wave 4 support zone fails, I have to say pretty high probabilities that we are in the yellow scenario, and this, yeah, this was this would have turned out to be a failed movement, a failed push to the upside in an A overshooting wave B and then a C wave to the downside, or yeah, the WXY as we have it here on the chart. We aren't too focused on the structure within the yellow scenario too much right now, but we will focus if we break the white support zone at the $7.5 level. But for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.